All right. I call to order the meeting of the Common Council for Tuesday, February 4th, 2025. Clerk?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. We have 11 members in the room and 11 members in the civic clerk, and 1 member is excused.
All right. Thank you, Clerk. Now please rise for a Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation offered by Alder Hinkfist. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Alder Hinkfist.
If you're having a moment, please bear silence.
Thank you, Alder. On to approval of the minutes from our last meeting. Motion to approve made by Alder Prophet, seconded, was that Alder Weary? Seconded by Alder Weary. Any changes? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed nay. The ayes have it, the minutes are approved. Approval of the agenda. Motion to approve made by Alder Prophet and seconded by Alder Eck. Any changes? Alder Johnson?
Motion to amend 01 after H.
All right. Alder Johnson makes a motion to move just O, the entire report, right?
Yeah.
Move O to after H. Seconded by Alder Galvin. Discussion on that? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed nay. The ayes have it. The agenda is amended.
Motion to approve is amended.
Motion to approve as amended, moved by Alder Presley, seconded by Alder Prophet. Discussion there. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed nay. The ayes have it. The agenda has been approved as amended. On to report by the mayor. Not too much from me tonight other than our election is already underway. Saw people voting in City Hall today, so just wanted to let you all know that early voting is available. People have received their absentee ballots. We've got in-person voting on February 18th. So I think everybody in the... Correct. Yes. At poll voting on February 18th. I think everybody in the city of Green Bay will have the opportunity to vote in the school board elections as well as primary for DPI superintendent. So spread the word among the constituency. We always, or at least historically, get very low turnout in our February elections. So, whatever we can do to promote voting in these important elections is a good thing to do. So that's kind of all I have. Anything on that note, Clerk? Nope. On to announcements from our council. Any announcements? All right. Because of Alder Johnson's amendment, we are on to Committee of the Whole for consideration and possible action on a resolution acknowledging the efforts of the Shipyard District. Alder Johnson?
Thank you, Mayor. There's a correlating resolution to this particular item. I only move the Committee of the Whole, assuming that whatever actions taken on Committee of the Whole would subsequently follow with the resolution. But I would maybe make a motion to open the floor to you from interested parties. I know somebody had expressed interest in speaking to this, so.
Very good. Alder Johnson makes a motion to open the floor. Seconded by Alder Prophet. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed nay. The ayes have it. The floor is open. So if anybody would like to speak to this item, we would welcome you. Just name and address and then 3 minutes.
Hi, Council. My name is Charles Knight. I'm the Executive Director of the Shipyard District Incorporated. I live at 711 South Broadway, Green Bay. First, want to thank you very much for bringing this to the council meeting tonight, Alder Johnson, and thank you to all the work of Cheryl Rainier-Wigg and Rebecca and all the folks at Community and Economic Development for working with us in establishing a relationship between our nonprofit organization and the city. Over the last 3 years, since the formation of our nonprofit organization by business and property owners in the South Broadway area, we've been working in order to identify needs in revitalizing this really essential part of our community, an area that lies just outside of the downtown proper, but where there are so many different community and economic development opportunities right around the corner for us. The relocation of the coal piles and changes that hopefully will be made to the Mason Street Bridge along Ashland Avenue, and then more. This is an essential part of our community that connects the Stadium District to the rest of our downtown, and where there are hundreds of residents and neighbors, business owners, property owners, and really engaged, dedicated community members who are looking to make this a more vibrant, clean, safe area so that in a number of years from now, we can have an additional area of our downtown prospering in the same way that now we recognize in the Broadway district, the downtown district, Military Avenue, and other areas of our city. This is a really essential part of that process, and to be recognized as a public-private partner means that we can continue to work with the city, become recognized by the greater community as a vital component in that process, and also help to really retain a sense of identity for this area, making them proud, the business owners and residents, that now we have the kind of recognition that other areas of our city have. So thank you very much for all of the time and effort that has been invested into this relationship. We want to move forward as good faith partners with the city, and thank you very much for supporting this tonight.
Thank you.
And I'm Jeff Hunter. I'm a business owner on South Broadway. And contrary to popular belief, I don't reside in the bar. So I live at 834 Shawano Avenue. But I have property and a business in this area. And we're very proud of the fact that this group was formed initially by business owners and property owners. And with the help of Mayor Genrich and Alder Johnson, of the entire staff from Economic Development, they have done a lot for what we are assured is a streamlined version to get this show on the road. And we're looking forward to many years there. We just want to thank you all for that opportunity.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? All right, seeing none.
Motion to close the floor.
Motion to close the floor offered by Alder Johnson, seconded by Alder Eck. All in favor will say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The floor is closed. Alder Johnson.
Thank you, man. As alluded to by both Jeff and Tarl, this has been something that we've been talking about for a few years. Former Director Steck Schulte and I had a number of meetings with their team early on, and I think at that time Director Steck Schulte had a slightly different approach to how he wanted to achieve this recognition. And once that transition occurred and Director Rainier Wig took over, we kind of turned it over to her really at the staff level to say, hey, can you kind of determine really when we have business associations that want to form in the city, how we acknowledge that and how we recognize that. And the point of this is really to create sort of that, as Tara alluded to, more of this public-private partnership. When you think back, military, is the exception where they started as a bid and started as a business association as one and the same. But on Broadway, when we first started, it was just the business association, and the bid came later. I believe downtown and Old Main were both the same way. So it's not uncommon that you don't immediately jump to the formality of a business improvement district, and yet you still want to be able to have that formal working relationship with the city and our different departments to achieve some of those common objectives. So we've spent the last few years, kind of working through this, and I think interestingly, it was a resolution that I had suggested really early in the process, and Tarl and Jeff, you may recall that. So I find it a little bit ironic that that's where we're landing, and probably could have handled this 3 years ago. But hopefully, as I mentioned in the email to you guys, that this process is now ironed out. I think there's some other business corridors in our community that would benefit from a similar recognition. And hopefully now we've got a process that identifies how this happens moving forward. And it's exciting when you get a group of individuals that kind of come together before the city's ready and pushes us sometimes in those uncomfortable positions to create a process. That's when you know that the community is really rising up. So thank you to all the folks I think that are here tonight, many that are not, that really wanted to take a look at this area and say, hey, we can do something really special with this place. I think back to Mayor, your predecessor, Mayor Schmidt, in one of his State of the City addresses, had identified this as a midtown sort of opportunity for development. And even then, right, you look how many years later it takes us to really get there. And, but this area in particular, the city has made substantial investments. The Shipyard Park, of course, which is here, the coal piles. There's a number of other things going on in this area. We talk about the Badger sheet metal site. Tarl mentioned the bridge. I mean, I have a hard time thinking that there's another geographic area in our city that has seen more investment than this area. And I think this area will continue to see that investment for good reason. And so we want to make sure that our businesses feel supported, so that it's not just investment coming into the area, that there's really good communication happening and open dialogue to really recognize what the businesses in that area and the property owners in that area want to see when the city makes those investments. So again, thank all of you for coordinating, for coming together, for really approaching the city and saying this is something we want to do. But then thank you as well to city staff for doing the work to really get this into a good spot where we, I suspect, will unanimously support this. And looking forward to all the good things to come, as Tarl mentioned, as we connect really the Broadway district to the Legends district before it gets to the Stadium district. Though I don't know that the Stadium district's really an official thing. Kind of just crosses probably both of Schwab and on, I don't know. But a lot of good stuff happening along that corridor, and I look forward to more. So thank you.
Thanks, Alder Johnson. Any additional comments? All right. Got a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Alder Johnson, seconded by Alder Galvin. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and that agenda item has been approved. Thanks again to everybody for coming this evening and for all the work.
Mayor, if I could, if you would be willing to exercise a little privilege as chair and allow us an opportunity to take a photo.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Stand informal briefly. Take a quick photo.
Anybody here who's representing Shipyard, it's we do this kind of with the neighborhood associations too when they come here and we do these resolutions. So
Do you have something? I don't have my phone.
you got it, Alyssa. Good. Perfect. Sorry.
Size crew, yeah. Crowd in.
Brian, you can have someone move on the other side of you and kind of center it.
I'm sorry, Bill. I didn't hear that.
Just let a couple get up on the other side. So we're centered.
It's got to be a good chair to move. It is.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you. Thank you.
Perfect. All right. Congrats, guys.
All right. On to ordinance's second reading for adoption. Alder Prophet makes a motion to suspend the rules and take up these items with one roll call vote. Sir, seconded by Alder Galvin. Discussion. Alder Weary.
Take out 2 and 3, please. Separate.
Yeah. With the exception of 2 and 3.
Those can be taken together.
Does that work, Alder Prophet? All right. All in favor will say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The rules are suspended. So this is on items 1, 4, 5, and 6. Motion to adopt made by Alder Johnson, seconded by Alder Hinkfist. Any discussion there? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Oh yes. My apologies. Board vote. And this is on 1, 4, 5, and 6.
We vote.
And those are adopted unanimously. On to item 2.
Move to approve.
A motion to approve made by Alder Weary, seconded by Alder Eck. On that, Alder Weary.
If possible, I'd make a motion to take 2 and 3 together. They're basically the same project.
Motion to suspend the rules and take 2 and 3 together, seconded by Alder Johnson. Any discussion on that? Seeing none, all in favor will say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. On to the vote on 2 and 3.
Yes, thank you. I'm just opening the floor. Make a motion to open the floor. People had expressed their interest in speaking to this, so.
Very good. Alder Weary makes a motion to open the floor, seconded by Alder Eck. All in favor will say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The floor is open. And just so everyone is aware, this is zoning ordinance number 03-25 and zoning ordinance number 02-25. 1835 Southbridge Road and 1820 Frank Street. The second one's 1835 Southbridge Road, planned unit development. So if anyone would like to speak, just state your name and address for the council, and then you have 3 minutes.
Tricia Garrison, 1260 Thorndale Street in Green Bay. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Council, for the opportunity to speak this evening. I was here on the 21st as well. Just again want to express my appreciation that we have an open forum where neighbors are given the opportunity to express input before you make important decisions that will affect our community. So, as you know, as this corner goes, will go other developments in the area. So I guess as the council, I just want to appeal to you to consider waiting until you really have an opportunity to vet that comprehensive plan. And I think the community also deserves an opportunity to review that plan in full prior to doing spot zoning for this one corner. So that is what I would ask. We still have not been given really an explanation for why the county has denied driveway access on Lombardi Avenue on the 21st. It didn't feel anyone really was speaking for the county. So I think that would be something that would be great to be looked at further, especially through that comprehensive plan process. So as we've been told, that is underway and probably will be rolling out by June or so. So I guess that would be my appeal to you on behalf of a lot of the neighbors who have already spoken on this issue. I'm speaking on behalf of them and appealing to you to please hold off on your vote until that comprehensive plan has been completed so that you can have a more holistic view of what this will do with the ripple effect for our community. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. All right. Any questions for our guests? All right. Thank you, ma'am. Anyone else who'd like to speak? Going once, going twice. Anybody online? Oh, there we go.
Cassie Garrison, 1260 Thorndale Street. So I just kind of wanted to give my opinion on the idea of a driveway on Thorndale. I've lived on Thorndale Street since I was 9 years old. It's somewhere I feel comfortable walking my dog. I've taken bike rides on the street, and I think that the residential feel of my community is something that makes Green Bay special. And I'm just worried that putting a driveway onto my street would kind of take away the sense of safety I feel in walking my dog. I think it would bring a lot of unnecessary traffic, and I just believe that if we can keep unnecessary traffic off of a residential street, that would be for the better. And I would just really appreciate if everyone could kind of consider my viewpoint as a youth living on the street. And we do also have other children on the street, and I believe that keeping a driveway off would kind of maintain the family feel of my neighborhood. Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? Motion? Motion to close the floor made by Alder Weary, seconded by Alder DeLee. All in favor will say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The floor is closed. Motion to adopt made by Alder Prophet, seconded by Alder Weary. Any discussion on that? Seeing none, we'll use the board. And again, this is items 2 and 3. And those are adopted unanimously. On to the report of the Improvement and Services Committee. Motion to approve made by Alder DeLee, seconded by Alder Eck. Items here to be handled separately? Hearing none. All in favor will say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. That report has been approved. Protection and Policy Committee. Motion to approve made by Alder Profit. Seconded by Alder Hinkfist. Items here to be handled separately? Hearing none. All in favor will say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. That report has been approved. Protection and Policy Committee granting operator licenses. Motion to approve made by Alder Profit and seconded by Alder DeLee. Names to be handled separately or abstentions here? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. That report has been approved. Finance Committee. Motion to approve made by Alder Profit, seconded by Alder Presley. Items here for separate consideration. Hearing none, all in favor will say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. That report has been approved. Personnel. Motion to approve made by Alder Profit, seconded by Alder DeLee. Items here to be treated separately. Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. That report has been approved. Committee of the Whole was moved ahead, so we're on to resolutions. Motion to suspend the rules and take up these items with one roll call vote made by Alder Profit, seconded by Alder Eck. Any discussion on that? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The rules are suspended. Motion to adopt made by Alder Profit and seconded by Alder DeLee. Discussion here? Seeing none, we will use the board. Those are approved unanimously. Petitions and communications. Adjournment. Motion to adjourn made by Alder DeLee, seconded by Alder Eck. All in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. We're adjourned. It's a quick one.